So I got another package in the mail today, and I know what it is. I've also got a bunch more coming, but alright. So this is from Hell's Bangers. Hell's Headbangers. They're a really good company. Really good distro that buys all these imports, all these underground black metal and death metal and all kinds of metal from all other countries, and easier to get it from them than paying for shipping overseas. So they're a really cool label, and they're always packaged really nicely. The records are outside of the sleeve. They're always quick with their shipping, and I don't like ordering big orders from people because there's more of a tendency to screw up the order to be screwed up. But these guys have never screwed up, even when I order like 6 or 7 records at a time, which I've done before. I can't seem to get every spot. Here we go. Alright, so one of these I haven't listened to yet, and the other one is kind of more of just a neat little collection piece and a piece of metal history. Alright, first one. Oh yeah, see, triple packed here. See, it's all taped down, wrapped in more paper, so they really want to make sure they don't move around here. They're in transit. Always can appreciate it when people go above and beyond like that. I think it's sad that it's considered above and beyond, because it should be a normalcy for any records. But all it really does is it shows that the people at Hell's Headbangers care about records. They care about the music. They care about what they're doing. I'd imagine it's like this is how they would want to be sent records, so they pack it like that. That's what I would do. If I owned a distro, I would make sure nothing gets fucking moved around, because it's worth it. I'm trying to be careful not to cut through the paper. Alright. Dun, dun, dun. Ooh, and I got one of the cool stickers. I was hoping for one of those. We give out these theme stickers too, and it's while supplies last. So they came out with it after I put in this order. Pretty cool. Did I get 2 of them? Okay. So the first one, we got Nile. This is their debut, which I honestly didn't even know existed. I'm not a huge Nile fan, quite honestly, but that was also back when I thought this kind of stuff was boring. And now that my palate has been opened up a little bit more in recent years, this sticker is really cool. Nice Cannibal Corpse tribute, I think. Cool, I'm glad I got one of those. I have a cool little, I call it a little record hack for all my stickers. If you guys want to see it, I can make a little video of it. It's pretty neat. At least I think it's neat. I think it's clever. So this is on yellow and green. Oh, it's a Galaxy. That's right. I have 1 or 2 Galaxy albums. What am I trying to say? 2. This is cool. A Black Hand of Set. So, Nile is obviously a really Egyptian themed death metal, and this is just fucking. It's fast constantly. production's a lot rawer on these older albums, but this one I haven't listened to, but I imagine it's pretty raw since it's from the cover say. Debut EP, originally released in '95 on CD, so yeah. Also, I love just '90s death metal. I've been growing my collection of '90s death metal at a pretty rapid pace. I took a break from it for a while. I get in moods. Lately it's been tech death. I've been really into tech death, which is a genre of music that I never saw myself liking. I have all of these. I had a friend who was super into tech death when I wasn't at all. I thought it was boring, just senseless noodling. And Demi, hey, Demi. Right, she doesn't listen. I gotta take her inside because she's been really naughty lately. Come on, you're going inside. You can't be trusted. You gotta go in. Okay, I don't want to worry about you. Come here. Go inside. I don't know what you're rolling in over there. I bring my drink out, of course. Anyway, what was I saying? I had a friend who I used to talk music with all the time, and he let me borrow his hard drive, which had just gigabytes and gigabytes worth of music on there. I think it was like a terabyte or something like that worth of music, and he let me borrow it so I could steal it all. And he had a lot of tech death on there that I've had on my iPod for years and years and years, and I've never listened to it. But I always kept it on there, just maybe. You never know. That was fucking probably 10 years ago. Jesus, that was probably 10 years ago. And now I'm listening to this stuff now, and I'm digging it because my music tastes have changed so much, and I get it more now. Bands like what was I listening to today? Element, Neuraxis, Psychroptic is cool. Artificial Brain is really cool. Spawn of Possession is awesome. Just all this stuff that I didn't appreciate back then, which I totally do now. And I just think that's cool, It's neat and interesting how just your tastes change. I think it's really cool. And I like to think that like your life, as your life progresses and however your life unfolds, that influences the type of music you listen to. For instance, me, I always thought black metal was cool, but I never really listened to it. Not really. I started to a little bit, but it was just for the cool factor, just to be a hardcore kid who listened to black metal. If I'm being honest, but with the way my life has been going, I've been feeling way more depressed lately, and that's plays a huger role in my life than when I first got into black metal. And now I listen to black metal to relate and feel melancholic and just relate with that raw, cold emotion that the type of atmospheric black metal I listen to, or I enjoy listening to, entails. Because, you know, the guys on the other end, a lot of them are just as depressed and going through a lot of the same shit. A lot of them are suicidal or have already committed suicide. Hell, I have an album coming in the mail right now that it's a Dungeon Synth album from '95 called Secret Stairways, and the album is called Enchantment of the Ring. So it's Lord of the Rings Dungeon Synth. And apparently, reading through YouTube comments, this guy committed suicide. So it's just, I don't know, it's going to make that album a lot more haunting to listen to. But I don't know. What was I talking about? Well, I was opening these records, but I got sidetracked. Let me take another hit. Let's continue. These are always meant to be just hanging out. No structure, no, I don't care about if people get bored and you want to skip through. You fucking skip through, brother. You do what you got to do. You leave if you need to leave. But this is just a place to hang out. If anyone needs a place to hang out. So just hang out with me if you want. So, alright, so I'm stoked to listen to this, and I'm actually going to listen to this rather soon here. Now, I haven't even looked at the Galaxy yet. I'm very excited to see this. Galaxies are cool because they look black, but when you hold them into the light, they look all galaxy-like. If this is the kind. No, that's not the kind I was thinking, is it? It's not the galaxy I was thinking of, but it fucking rules. Still, I don't know if you guys can see that. And I think it matches very nicely with the album art. So, awesome. Stoked on that. Another cool addition to 90s death metal. I wish I brought my drink out. What's the one album that, it's not Black Seeds of Vengeance, it's the one where the first track is like, there is no God, there is no God, or something like that. Camp Far, it's a band name, but something like that, I don't remember, but that album was cool, from Nile. But the next one, let's put this down here. This I got just as a piece of black metal history. I'm not even super crazy about this band, honestly, but they are legendary. And I'm talking about Mayhem with the infamous fucking suicide photo, Dawn of the Blackhearts. So, if you are unfamiliar, they actually put... We have no vocalist anymore. Dead killed himself 2 weeks ago. It was really brutal. First he cut open all the arteries in his wrists, and then he had blown off his brains with a shotgun. I found him and it looked fucking grim. The upper half of his head was all over the room, and the lower part of the brain had fallen out of the rest of his head and down to the bed. I, of course, grabbed my camera and made some photos. We'll use them in the next Mayhem EP. I and Hellhammer were so lucky that we found 2 big pieces of his skull we have hung on necklaces as a memory. Dead killed himself because he lived only for the true old black metal scene and lifestyle. it means black clothes, spikes, crosses, and so on. You know, bands like Old Hellhammer, Bathory, and so on. But today there are only children in jogging suit and skateboards and hardcore moral ideas. They try to look as normal as possible. This has nothing to do. You get it. Found them like that. I just sick of reading. I'm like high. So anyway. Limited to 300 cadaver splatter vinyls. So yeah, Reek of the Dead Records. He kills himself. Guitarist Euronymous finds him and poses him and takes a picture and put it as their Dawn of the Blackhearts album cover. Can I get this open? Interesting splatter we got going on here. Huh, I get it. Splatter. Fucking center label is... It's so fucked up, dude. And this is a live album, I think, right? I don't even give a shit about live albums, to be honest. It's just a piece of history. And I gotta get a new sleeve for that, because that's fucking annoying. So that's cool. Death Crush. Well, it's cool. Funeral. Awesome. Alright, catch you guys later.